And the reason I'm so crazed is I realize just how nasty the globalists are. I mean, I read all their documents, how in the 40s and 50s and 60s, how they would put chemicals in our food and water to dumb us down, reduce our fertility, break up the family. I mean, I've read all the documents, I've sourced them, I've shown you. I mean, these are really nasty people. And they get off on running other people's lives. They enjoy it. You've all run into that type of person who wants to run your life. All I want is to be free and to see other people empowered. But the system wants to make us dependent and teach us there's something wrong with us so they can say that we're not full men or women. That's what this is all about. Let's go to Ed in Arizona. They had more news and an in-studio guest. Ed, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Alex, I'd like to commend you for being a point man on the war against tyranny. It's not a job a lot of people would like to take, but...
Well, a lot of people are going to want to take it if this new world order comes fully into place.
Absolutely. You were talking last week about having to have a permit from the TSA to have a job. I'm a yacht captain. We've had to have permits since 2008 to work under our Coast Guard licenses from the TSA. They call them TWICs, Transportation Workers Identity Cards.
Yeah, they call them TSA inspectors. And now they're going to be over all jobs. They've started in infrastructure protection, like you said, and now they're going to start being everywhere, including, I guess, they're going to try to come here. And it's not happening. I'm done. They're not going to grab my genitals here. And I'm not joking, because it's total submission. It's like, I'm going to rape you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Right, but, I mean, that's, like I said, they made captains get these things in 2008, so it's 4 years ago. They actually had Northrop Grumman, defense contractor, was actually running the program, which is ridiculous because the Coast Guard is part of the Homeland Security, so they've actually got, we have to have extensive background checks. And
yeah, but you can't have the old Coast Guard giving you a background check to be in those secure ports. It has to be the political police who they admit are going to pull people's contracts and stuff. They have a bill in the MAP bill where they can pass your private info around to anybody they want and spy on Congress. I mean, it's totally criminal.
Yeah, it's well, they're Satan worshipers. It's they want to do away with the good.
Yeah, why do Satan worshipers kill babies? Because it's the worst, most horrible thing you can do. It's about their power. They're going to put a baby down and they're going to chop it up. And in the real satanic rituals, they take hours to kill the babies. And you know why? Because they got power. They got the power to kill a baby. And they got the will to kill a baby. And they got the will to have the troops breathe DU and Agent Orange. They're a bunch of scum. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, I had one comment about the Spetsnaz you were talking about. They were coming over here training, but with our special forces. I have friends in the active duty SEALs. I don't think our special forces are going to let that happen. So. Well,
they're doing it with the airborne Rangers. But stay there. I'm going to come right back to you. Tell me what your SEAL buddies were telling you. Yeah, folks, I'm not kidding. That's real news too. That's in mainstream news. But it's like, oh yeah, the Russians are coming to help fight Americans. It's good. I mean, It's not a joke. Russian troops to target terrorists in America as part of drill. That's Infowars.com. But we have it out of Business Insider, the official Chinese and Russian news agencies, and the Denver Post. And they're just like, yeah, the Russians are coming to help take on American terrorists. I mean, you don't like the terror. I mean, we're not in an Al-Qaeda war anymore. That war on terror is over. It's the libertarians and veterans, and we need the Russians to fight them. And the TSA will be in your town pulling you over at checkpoints. It's a TSA inspector. They just create a goon agency and turn them loose on everyone. But yes, people now working at national parks, people working in telecommunications, people working at any big union now, people working in the shipping lanes or as longshoremen. That's how it started. But now it's going into everything. And cybersecurity, if you're involved, you have to have a certificate or you can't get insurance. And to do that, you got to have a TSA inspector drop by. You're not getting away from them. They're your minders. They're your God. They're the one you turn your kids over to be groped, and your wife. They're the ones that put you in microwave booths. They are the federal takeover arm. I told you that for years because I saw them on C-SPAN say that. 2002, you're going to have our approval for a job, for your car to start, for anything. TSA is God, the federal God force. And under in their state as God scenario. And under their rural affairs, rural council, you're going to have TSA-certified local Fed goons that come on your property routinely and just mind you. There's nothing like a sack of crud couldn't get a job anywhere else who wants to come and tell you and your wife. And they come to Amish now with guns drawn.